Home Minister Amit Shah summons Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor to the national capital over the targeted killings by terrorists in the valley. Yet another civilian was shot dead by terrorists yesterday. A labourer killed in Budgam a day after a bank manager was shot dead. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat's big statement on Gyan Vapi has called for a path through mutual agreement on the controversy over the filming of Gyan Vapi Mosque. Says, why look for a shivling in every masjid? Resort politics is back ahead of the Rajya Sabha polls. From Haryana to Raipur, Congress MLAs herded away. Rajasthan Congress MLAs moved to Udaipur Resort. US State Department in its annual report on international religious freedom claims that in India in the year 2021, attack on members of the minority communities occurred throughout the year. Tens of thousands of people cheered Queen Elizabeth II as she appeared on the balcony of Buckingham Palace on the first day of celebrations marking the British monarch's 70 years on the throne. It's a big day for actor Kamal Haasan. His action thriller Vikram, touted to be his biggest launch ever, releases worldwide. Very good morning and thanks for tuning in to NDTV. I'm Urvashi Kapoor. First up, news coming in from Punjab. 5 days after the singer's murder, Sidhu Moosewala's murder, Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann will be visiting Mansa to meet Sidhu Moosewala's family today. And this is just before the AAP MLA Gurpreet Banawali faced protests by locals and family members this morning when he reached Sidhu Moosewala's residence to meet his family. Now, this is happening after Aam Aadmi Party government was slammed for removing security of the VIPs, and after which Sidhu Moosewala in fact was shot dead.
सीएम जब तक उसकी कोई इंक्वायरी करवा के उनको गिरफ्तारी नहीं कराता, हम तब तक उसको यहाँ घुसने नहीं देंगे, मिलने नहीं देंगे।
एमएलए आए थे, आपने उनको भी
उनका भी क्योंकि एमएलए उनकी दलाली करने आए थे, उनकी उसके लिए बताने आए थे भी सीएम को एक बार आने दो, उसके बाद हम बैठ के बात कर लेंगे, इसलिए हमने उनको भी।
परिवार क्या चाहता है? परिवार के लोगों से भी बात।
हमारा मेन मकसद है भोग से पहले जो कातिल है उनको पकड़ा जाए, उनको हमारे को इंसाफ मिल जाए। अगर हमें इंसाफ ना मिला तो हम अनमिथे समय के लिए सीएम के बार में बैठेंगे, वहाँ पे आके
मैं यहाँ देख रहा हूँ लगातार जो है पुलिस फोर्स भी यहाँ पर
हमने फोर्स सारी भगा दी है, यहाँ से कोई फोर्स नहीं है, अब किसी को हम रुकने नहीं देंगे, यहाँ
किसी को नहीं रहने देंगे,
किसी को कोई फोर्स, हमने अंदर से सारी फोर्स बाहर कर दी है। हमारे घर की सेफ्टी हम खुद कर लेंगे, हमें किसी की जरूरत नहीं।
Right, so these were locals who are saying that they will not let anybody in unless a CM inquiry is taken place, and this is happening just hours before the Chief Minister is set to arrive in Mansa. Ghazali joining us now live for more on this. Ghazali, so we just heard the locals out there, and we also saw how the events unfolded this morning when AAP MLA Gurpreet Banawali faced protest in Mansa.
See, their anger, they say, is justified because since the day he was killed, the party spokespersons and some leaders on social media, they started blaming Sidhu Moosewala himself that he didn't take the security along with him, he didn't go into the bulletproof car. So rather than focusing on the killers, it started off with this, that the victim himself getting blamed. And after that, the family members had protested even immediately day after the death, saying that the probe in his murder should be carried out by a sitting judge of the High Court or by the central agencies like NIA or CBI. And the family yesterday also wrote a letter to Union Home Minister Amit Shah that a probe should be conducted by the central agencies. So today Bhagwant Mann is scheduled to meet the family, and his decision to meet the family has also come after Bhagwant Mann met Delhi CM Arvind Kejriwal yesterday. This decision was taken there, after which he is arriving there in Mansa today to meet the family. But the locals, the villagers, the relatives, they are all upset with the government for the same reason that why his security was downgraded. So today maybe the Chief Minister will face protests, though elaborate security arrangement has been done in the village, and this is something which irked the local villagers, that why security has been put up and why it was not done for Sidhu Moosewala, that had his security been upgraded or has his security been not downgraded, the singer would not have been killed, because the state as well as the central intelligence agencies knew that the singer was facing threat of extortion calls from the gangsters behind the bars. So they're all blaming the government for this, that they have taken his security for a ride. They didn't, despite knowing that he was facing threat, the government decided to downgrade the security, and why they're coming today to show sympathy or to share the grief, and exactly the reason for the protest.
Absolutely. But will the locals let him share the grief and meet the Moosewala family? Ghazali, that remains a big question, a big challenge ahead of the AAP government in Punjab. Of course, Bhagwant Mann there all set to meet the Moosewala family. We'll continue tracking the developments in the story with you. Thanks, Ghazali, for joining in. Moving on, terrorists have shot dead a migrant labourer from Bihar in Kashmir, Budgam, hours after the killing of a bank manager in Kulgam. Another worker was injured in this attack and has been shifted to a hospital. The Union Territory has been rattled by a string of targeted killings in the recent months, with Vijay Kumar, a manager with the Ilakoi Dehati Bank, being shot in Kulgam district on Thursday. He was a native of Rajasthan and terrorists shot him dead inside the bank premises, and this is the 8th targeted killing in the valley since the 1st of May and the 3rd of a non-Muslim government employee. Various political parties have attacked the BJP over the Kashmir situation, and they've sought answers from the local administration for the spurt in targeted killings. Meanwhile, attacks on outsiders have intensified in Jammu and Kashmir. There were 2 terrorist incidents on Thursday itself. In the first incident, as we mentioned, a bank manager was shot dead, and in the second incident, 2 labourers were targeted, out of which 1 died.
हम आदरणीय एलजी साहब और यूटी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से ये गुजारिश करते हैं कि हम कश्मीरी पंडितों की जान बचाई जाए, हमें यहाँ से जम्मू जाने दिया जाए। हमें सरकार ने यहाँ पर होस्टेजेस बनाया है, हमें घर से बाहर नहीं निकलने दिया जा रहा है। डर के मारे हमारा पूरा परिवार यहाँ सहम गया है, हमारे बच्चे डर के मारे सहम गया है, क्योंकि इस वक्त जो है यहाँ कश्मीर में सिक्योरिटी फेलियर है। जैसे कि हमारे भाई विजय कुमार जी को आज मारा गया, तो हम गुजारिश करते हैं एलजी साहब से, विनम्र प्रार्थना करते हैं कि हम पे ये जुल्म ना करे।
हमारे को 1990 में माइग्रेट किया गया था कश्मीर से जम्मू के लिए। जब हालात बहुत ख़राब हो चुके थे, हमारे पेरेंट्स ने सब कुछ छोड़ छाड़ के अपनी जानों के लिए हम लोग भागे थे अब जम्मू के लिए, और वही हालात आज दोबारा बन गए हैं कि हमें अपनी जान बचा के कश्मीर से जम्मू की तरफ वापस पलायन करना पड़ रहा है। ये बिल्कुल वेल प्लान्ड किलिंग्स हैं, ये टारगेट किलिंग्स हैं माइनॉरिटीज को लेके, चाहे वो सरदार हैं, चाहे वो हिंदू हैं, चाहे वो SC ST हैं, माइनॉरिटी हिंदूज जो भी कश्मीर में हैं, उनका जो टारगेट किलिंग हो रहा है वहाँ।
हालात तो ऐसे ही आप जैसे आप देख पा रहे हो, हालात बिल्कुल फेवरेबल नहीं है माइनॉरिटीज़ के रिगार्डिंग। आप देख रहे हो क्या हालात अभी चल रहे हैं, अभी किसी को बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कि कैसे हालात हैं। बस अभी पहुंचे हैं वहाँ से, बड़ी मुश्किल से निकल के आए हैं। हम भी रेंटेड एकोमोडेशन में रहते हैं, तो काफ़ी ज़्यादा कैंप जो हैं मतलब पंडित कम्युनिटी के, उनको तो मतलब पुलिस ने काफ़ी मतलब बाहर से सील ही कर दिया हुआ है, आपने देखा होगा। चलो हम रेंटेड में थे तो ऐसे वैसे करके घर के कपड़ों में निकल लिए हम। चलो पहुँचे, अब देखते हैं आगे क्या रहेगा, गवर्नमेंट हमारे बारे में क्या सोचती है, लेट्स सी।
तो लास्ट टाइम जब राहुल भट्ट जी पे अटैक किया गया था और वो ऑफिस में बैठे हुए थे, तो सिचुएशन वाज वेरी क्लियर दैट वी वर फीलिंग हाईली अनसेफ इन दैट सिचुएशन। तो हमें उस दिन सर वहां से
Now, after the tragic news of the bank manager being shot dead in the valley, shockingly inside the bank premises, the SBI has come forward in support of the deceased bank employee's family. The bank is a rural bank sponsored by SBI. In its statement, SBI says that sustaining bank services in the valley is not just essential but extremely difficult, and the bank will ensure full protection and safety for all the employees of its associated banks. Nazir Masoodi now joining us live for more on this. Nazir, there is a fear that's instilled in the people of Valley, especially Kashmiri Pandits. They are demanding to be let out. What exactly is the response coming in from the establishment side? Any sort of attempts being made to pacify them?
Well, it's not actually to pacify them, to persuade them to stay here. The question is, they fear for their lives.
Right.
I'm outside Sheikhpura transit camp for Kashmiri migrant Pandits, where dozens of families, they have already left. They have reached Jammu. We heard Amit Kohl speaking from Jammu. He was actually leading protests in Srinagar. He spoke how everybody fear for his life and everybody is feeling threat. For last 22 days, Kashmiri Pandits have been, actually confined to these transit camps like this. They could not go to attend their duties because of the fear. They fear for their lives because it's not just on 12th of last month when Rahul Bhatt was killed inside magistrates' office. Since then, there have been series of attacks, target attacks, and yesterday's attacks and the attack on a teacher in Kulgam and also bank manager yesterday from Rajasthan has shaken everyone. They say, who is safe now? So they were in fact protesting. They even actually called off all the protests in the valley and they say there's no point now even to protest. It is now the time to go to Jammu, save lives. We actually live without that fear of being the next target. So that is the situation here, though it has reached a tipping point. The question is who is responsible.
All right, Nazir, we'll have to thank you at this point in time. We're getting some breaking inputs from Punjab. We believe Aam Aadmi Party leader, also Chief Minister of Punjab, has reached Sidhu Moosewala's house. Those are the visuals that we are getting to you at this point in time. Remember this morning, Aam Aadmi Party MLA who had in fact reached the village, the Mansa village, right where Sidhu Moosewala was murdered. He faced protests and locals out there, of course, saying that they will not let the Chief Minister inside the village. And we got reactions from all across the village, locals stating that they will not let Bhagwant Mann inside the village. But what we are seeing and what we believe is that Bhagwant Mann has reached Sidhu Moosewala's village. Heavy security there deployed, police presence. You can see on your television screens. Locals, of course, also running behind the convoy of the Chief Minister. We believe that Bhagwant Mann would be meeting Moosewala's family, share their grief, also give them assurance that action would be taken. Remember, the Aam Aadmi Party has come under severe attack by all quarters, by the political fraternity on why security was withdrawn from the 424 VIPs, because remember, right after the security was withdrawn was Sidhu Moosewala shot dead. At this point in time, we are seeing visuals from Mansa district where Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann has reached Sidhu Moosewala's house. He is likely to meet the family. We'll try and get in more shots of him meeting the family. We'll try getting a confirmation really as to who's accompanying him, because just this morning AAP MLA had in fact reached the village trying to pacify the locals, trying to convince them to meet the Chief Minister, but the locals there being very adamant. They said that they will not let the Chief Minister in until and unless an inquiry is put in place. The Chief Minister, remember, has just taken over 2 months ago, and this is being seen as a big challenge for the Aam Aadmi government just 2 months after they came to power. And these are visuals that you're seeing on your television screens of the Aam Aadmi Party leader Bhagwant Mann, the Chief Minister, trying to enter the family's home. And this is happening just 5 days after Sidhu Moosewala was murdered in Mansa. Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann trying to meet the family. And the Aam Aadmi Party government, as we mentioned, was slammed for removing security of the VIPs, after which Sidhu Moosewala was shot dead. Ghazali has been tracking the story very closely for us. He joins us now for more. Ghazali, if you could tell us what's happening.
We'll get to know what are the details later. But Bhagwant Mann has arrived there. He will be sharing condolence with the family there. And since he's arriving for the first time after the killing, so certainly it's going to be a long meeting, because the family has been insisting for a probe by a central monitored agency like CBI or NIA. So maybe the government will have its own say, its own suggestion, because a judicial probe is also demanded, or a probe by a central agency, while Punjab government has already announced an SIT headed by an IG rank officer. So whether the family is convinced with that or they have any new demands, once the meeting gets over, only then we'll get to know that what transpired in that meeting between the Chief Minister as well as the family members.
Right. So the details, of course, will be coming out in a few hours or perhaps after the meeting ends. But as Ghazali was mentioning, that the family has very clear set of demands. They want a probe by a central agency or a judicial probe. Something whether the government agrees upon or not will only be divulged a little later. But this is a very, very significant meeting taking place just 5 days after the family lost their son. Sidhu Moosewala was brutally shot dead. The Chief Minister, the head of the state, now wanting to meet the family, to listen to their side of the story, to also share their grief and also give some assurance that yes, the government is behind them. Because remember, the family clearly blaming, especially the mother of Sidhu Moosewala, stating that it is the Punjab government that's taken away the life of their son, because this happened just a day after security was withdrawn of Sidhu Moosewala. We'll, of course, be trying to get in more details on what really transpires between the Chief Minister and Moosewala's family. But it's important to note here that just this morning, AAP MLA had visited the Mansa village. He tried to pacify protesters who absolutely tempers are running high in the village, because they are demanding an inquiry. They are demanding answers, explanations from the government as to why security was withdrawn, why the list of all the VIPs was made public. They clearly blame the Punjab government, and we are of course seeing this as a big challenge for the Aam Aadmi government, which has come to power just 2 months ago. Political fraternity also attacking, taking this as an opportunity to slam the Aam Aadmi Party government. We've also seen protests taking place across the country. The Congress stepping in, the BJP stepping in and protesting against the AAP government. At this point in time, we're slipping into a very quick break. We'll continue focusing on this story.
माल पूरा है?
हाँ सर।
मम्मी चेक कर लो।
पूरा है।
पापा टाइम पे
है। अपोलो से है सर।
थैंक्स। हाँ, पापा के बीपी का इशू है, so every medicine has to be on time.
हेल्थ के मामले में श्योर रहना जरूरी है, इसीलिए पाएं अपनी पूरी प्रिस्क्रिप्शन की डिलीवरी सिर्फ 2 घंटे में डायरेक्ट अपोलो से। डाउनलोड अपोलो 24/7 नाउ।
Everyone said the road was impossible. Everyone said not in our lifetime. Everyone said the battle was unwinnable. Only KCR believed and made it possible. And how?
The Telangana government, under the visionary leadership of Shri K. Chandrasekhar Rao, came up with a revolutionary intervention. Dalit Bandhu, the unique flagship program of Telangana government,